Hey guys, it's a beautiful day and I'm heading down to the mall for my morning walk, but I'm in a bit of a rush, so I think we will cheat and take one of these. And we're back online at the Russian Embassy. And across from the Russian Embassy, of course, is the FBI spy house where the FBI watches all the Russians. And we're gonna go down this side street here. So this is the Naval Observatory, but that is not the Vice President's house. That is some other naval officer's house, like the chief astronomer or whoever else is out on this base. I'm gonna run this light. He ran a stop sign too, don't yell at me. So yeah, you can see a US Navy flag up there on that house. Been a lot of construction going on up here. Some say it's Washington Gas, some say it's someone else. Those are interesting valves. Michaels. There's the pipes that are going in. It's cold. It's actually a little chilly when you're on a bike. It's going to be up in the 70s today, which is why I didn't really dress for the weather. I dressed a bit cooler weather. So here we are at the Vice President's house, flags at half staff, no moving vans to speak of. Oh. And there's the Vatican's embassy and the Finland embassy. And let's just go downhill. This is the best part of this ride, is it's just all downhill, yeah? It's just one gigantic downhill. So today I plan to walk from probably the Lincoln Memorial up to the U.S. Capitol and then back again, just a kind of normal walk day. I decided to ride a bike down. I'm going to film Marine 1 coming in from Camp David. Marine 1 comes in from Camp David over the Georgetown Harbor. I thought that'd be kind of an interesting shot to film rather than my traditional Washington Monument straight on one you guys have seen so many times. Give you guys a little bit something different. Here's the British Embassy. We are flying. It is all downhill. I want to get over onto Rock Creek Park. There's Winston Churchill. We're not going by him today. There is Mandela and the former Shah's place. There's the old Iranian ambassador's place. Ooh, it's cold. Oh, whoa. I've got to get off the sidewalk. That's not good. Means I have to ride in traffic. And traffic on this bridge is mental. People here, this is like NASCAR. All right, we got a red light, so we got a few moments of peace on the bridge. We can use our bicycle electric power assist to speed over the bridge away from the craziness. And we got a green light even. You guys are always happy when I obey the traffic laws. I guess it's just so few and far between. And back on the sidewalk. Riding on the sidewalk is legal in the District of Columbia in certain parts of town. Not in the downtown section, not by the White House, for example. Not in basically the old Pierre L'Enfant part of DC, which is bordered kind of by Florida Avenue and then all down around the White House. But up in this area, yeah, I can ride on the sidewalks. Past the Japanese embassy with all the cherry blossoms in bloom. And we got a delivery truck. Ugh, we got to go around this guy. Don't know how we're going to go around this guy. It's going to be tricky, that's for sure. We'll go around this driveway so we can go around this car. That was easier. Didn't have to force him to back up. And we go past the Korean embassy. Zaire's embassy is a mess. I mean, Zaire is kind of struggling economically. And we're coming up on the circle. I might try to take this bike down to Rock Creek Parkway if I can. Just to get down by the waterfront. I'm not sure this bike is allowed to go there, but I don't think it has a GPS lock such that it would prevent me from riding there. I guess we're about to find out. So you're about to hear me start swearing in multiple languages. Or I'm going to have a nice pleasant bike ride in a park. I'm not sure which it's going to be. So here we are down at the Embassy Row Circle, and the Greeks over there, the Irish, Turkish ambassador, Romanians, Latvians, Koreans, going to pull in front of me. He didn't have diplomatic tags, so he had to stop. If he had diplomatic tags, he could have run me over without fear. There's always a cop here. Yep, there's two of them today. And over this bridge, we end up in Georgetown. Technically. Now we got to go down a real downhill, which is going to test the power of these brakes. To the extreme, actually. Okay. This one we will wait for the lights since there's a bunch of cars. Let the hybrid go. I guess technically I'm a hybrid too. I've got a battery and an engine of some sort. And now we gotta go down this hill. This hill's steep. We're at like full brakes right now, and we're still going down. In fact, we're gonna have to activate the second brake. Otherwise we'd shoot into traffic. Let's get on the bike path. Alrighty, we're on the bike lane. All is good. Whee! Now we go see the flowers. I think this is called Rose Hill. They're actually going to close this path down soon and renovate this whole hill. I think I read that somewhere. Maybe they'll just cover it with flowers. It's kind of like raining flowers right now. The flowers are kind of dying out here already. Ah, 1 weekend done. Fun. I'm not sure what that lady's doing. Huh, this car was here last night. I drove through here last night, this car was here. I haven't towed it yet. I don't know if a cop pulled him over or the car broke down. I saw a cop here with this car last night. The windows are open. Very suspicious. Leave a car overnight with open windows in DC? Yeah, that's brave. Maybe it's like power windows and they couldn't get them closed. One guy's living down here. So noisy. Up, crew practice. Time to get in the water, boys and girls. Are those just girls? I think they're just girls. Probably one of the school, Georgetown or George Washington. Going out for a practice. Let's see. I have no idea what time it is. It's the Key Bridge off in the distance. There behind Georgetown. Or in front of Georgetown's campus. And we're gonna just come down the Potomac here and make our way over to the Lincoln Memorial. So this is probably pretty smooth for you, but it's incredibly bumpy for me. Like my teeth are chattering as I go over all these bricks. Someone thought it would be really pretty to have bricks here. That person has never ridden a bicycle or a scooter, ever. Ooh, that was a big bump. There we go. Big bump. So I think we're going to go up to the Lincoln Memorial and find a bike rack and ditch this bike. And we'll be on foot, which is where we'd prefer to be anyway. And continue on our trip. Well, here's our first. Someone going to the Pentagon over there. left. On your left. Back. Left. Right. Left. And now we gotta find a dock and get rid of this bike. And there is a dock here at the Lincoln Memorial. Somewhere. Yeah, let's just do it. So we'll go find the bike dock. I think it's over on the other side. And park this sucker, and then we're going to be good for our hike. There's the dock. This is not a dockless. This one has to be parked in a dock, I think. Actually, I think it could probably park anywhere because it's electric.
Can you not run in the grass?
Alrighty, we're back into the dock. Yep. Oh. Jam that sucker in. I'm trying to lock. Oh. Now I find the lock. All good. Woohoo! We locked up. 11:02. So the president is just taking off out of Camp David in just a few minutes. And we're gonna go up. We're going to go up to the Lincoln Memorial so we can see the president's helicopter come in. Should be pretty cool. We do want to wash our hands though. Find one of the scooters. Some of these scooters have hand sanitizer on them, so we'll just pirate some. Let me see if I can get an update on the helicopter. Do. That's where we're going to walk later. We're going to walk to the Capitol. But for right now, we're going to go up here. Yeah, we can go inside. Give you guys something to look at. climb the steps. That's where the I Have a Dream speech took place. A lot more tourists today than recent weeks. And over here is the Gettysburg Address, 77 years ago. And over there is his second inaugural address. Not that crowded today. A little bit. Let's see what's outside. Let's go around back, yeah? You guys want to go around back? Fashion shoot. Engagement photos, family school photos. But that's not what we want. We want to come back here to the back for a helicopter photo. Perfect. Right about here. Maybe the next one over. We should get a good view of the helicopter this direction in a few minutes. So we're going to stop. There we go. Could be a decoy. So the little fire truck got left behind, twinned agent unit. Alrighty, let's go. Let's go for our walk. So we're going to walk to the Capitol, I think. We may have to recharge this phone, though. Let's see what we can do on this recharging situation. It's a very nice day out. Everybody is out today. Nobody wants to work. Don't you people have jobs? Go be productive. Only I can walk around with nothing to do. There we go. There we go. So we got our battery pack charging the phone again, and we're going to walk up to the Capitol. Well, that was an interesting landing. There's some sort of Easter celebration at the White House. Not an Easter egg roll, but something like that, because no kids allowed. Normally there's the White House Easter egg roll, where kids from the area come and chase Easter eggs around the White House grounds. It's this big, big, chaotic, crazy thing. This year, of course, it's closed due to COVID. But I saw on the president's schedule there is a History of Easter at the White House presentation. It's going to take place in about a half hour. And I think that's what we saw. The stage was set up on the landing zone for Marine One, which necessitated the helicopters landing out on the ellipse. I thought I could have got a better shot if I was on 17th Street, but it looked like 17th Street was closed. It's kind of annoying though. They position it so that you can't really see the president. That's like their goal. I'm hungry. I don't see any homeless guys to feed though. They don't really come down on this area, I guess. All right, so we're gonna walk up to the Capitol. That'll be our hike today. But we might get a waffle cone or a soda or something. At one of the food trucks. Now on the weekend this is bumper to bumper food trucks, but there's still a pretty good crowd. I'm surprised there's not more of them out here. Might get a drink. That would explain the spacing. I saw a video of the 3 helicopters over Walter Reed. They were flying in a formation very close together. But given that they were going to land, well, basically next to each other, that probably necessitated some spacing between the helicopters as they passed the Lincoln Memorial. Achi. Teriyaki. I don't think he's open yet.
How you doing, guys?
What should I eat? Fried chicken? Soft pitas. Well, Chicken Teriyaki Man is not open yet. What's over here? Kind of want some fries. Oh, no, it is. All right. Well, let's just go for a walk.
Any bed we take you. You are the one who ruins the trip every time.
Where can we walk that we don't have to see that many kids or tourists? Probably on the grass. Didn't get a drink though, I'm still thirsty. So we're on the National Mall. It's brought you here many times before. This is a pretty good hike. A little boring, to be honest, now that all the museums are closed and you can't just duck in and get some astronaut ice cream or anything fun like that. You just have to walk past all this history and amazing collections in the museums. There's the American history over there. This, for reasons I never understood, is the Department of Agriculture, occupying like some really cool potential museum space, but they have the Department of Agriculture here. Lack of planning, I think.
I don't have cones either. I mean, Brett's coming with them.
Some guy's playing frisbee football or something. It's deceptively close. You look at the Capitol and you're like, oh, it's just there. Let's just walk to the Capitol. But the reality is, it's farther than you think. It's actually kind of a far hike. Getting up there, you're like, another 5 blocks? Another? My God, this is a horse. This guy's got a big old dog up here. Look at this dog. This thing's like a horse. But he's hot too. He's got that big hair. I think there are more kids out here in the grass than there are on the sidewalk. That's why I came out here. Just to avoid kids. But they're running around like kids. Look at this dog. That's a huge dog. Kids. Camera turned because of the kids. But we can also see the Natural History Museum with the Green Dome. And then that's the Asian and African Art Gallery, and also I think the Sackler Art Gallery, but I don't know if they still call it the Sackler Gallery. I think they do. There's a lot of controversy with the Sackler name and the opioid crisis. What are we at? 12th Street? So we're at 12th Street. The Capitol's at 0. So we've got 12 blocks. Does that look like 12 blocks? No. It looks like it's just right there. But that's the psych. It's not just there. It's a bit of a hike. Oh, kite flying. Whew. So lost frisbee. Hey, random frisbee on the ground. It's mine! It's the Smithsonian Castle. That's the headquarters of the Smithsonian. So there is a museum next to it, the Arts and Industry Museum, but I don't know what they call it now. It's sort of like this space they haven't quite figured out for. I read it was going to reopen soon with some new displays or something inside there. So we're on our way to the Capitol. It is about 70 degrees, which is like 22 Celsius. Something like that, 71, 72. Last night though, I got down into about 30. So at nighttime it was quite cool. While I'm very happy to have summer come back, it does present a problem from a video standpoint. Where to put all my stuff? You see, I carry 2 cameras, cables, battery packs, microphones, wallet, keys, all sorts of other gadgets. And well, in the wintertime, I'm pretty well equipped. I got pockets everywhere. But in the summertime, especially when I switch into shorts and stuff, it's gonna be rough. I don't know where I'm gonna put all this stuff. I'm actually looking at getting a new backpack system, a new very high-end live streaming system. You saw me kind of longingly looking at those the other day when I was in the press gaggle. And these are like high-quality bandwidth, bonded cellular bandwidth that allows a pure, clean 1080 or above live stream over multiple networks. It ain't cheap though. It's not cheap at all, but I've been seriously looking at a solution like that. We'll see. I actually put in an email to the sales rep of the company that makes them saying, let's talk. Hey, I can just write it off on my taxes. Yeah, that'll work. An expense. That's the old merry-go-round. I think I rode that merry-go-round when I was like 10 years old and came to visit Washington with my family. And that's the Hirshhorn Sculpture Museum, which is actually under renovation right now. I didn't know they put some scaffolding over on this side. And that's the National Gallery of Art Sculpture Garden. And then the other sculpture garden is the Hirshhorn Sculpture Garden on this side. And they're kind of at war with each other, I think. Not really, but the Hirshhorn is part of the Smithsonian Institution, and the National Gallery, for reasons that I don't know why, is a different legal institution, different legal entity. So you have a National Gallery, and then you have a Smithsonian. I think there are politics at play. Aghast, politics. They get some federal money, but not a lot. I think most of their money comes from themselves. Donations, corporate donations, and the like. Where are we at now? 7th Street. So we've gone 5 blocks, got about another 5 to go. I need to report this in. Hang on a second. The president actually made a little brief statement. Interesting observation. Marine One actually landed on the ellipse today. It did not land on the South Lawn. I believe there's some sort of Easter egg roll kind of thing set up at the helipad on the South Lawn. So they touched down in the ellipse after he came back from Camp David. So reporting that into the media advisory group, who likes to keep tabs on these sort of things. That's my private Zello group with a bunch of cameramen and other types. Oh, where are we now? That was 6th? That was 7th. Oh, someone's sunbathing already. Boy, they got goals. They want to be tan for the whole year. They just don't want to do anything. More little kid diversions. So I think we'll go up to the North Barricade where the incident took place the other day up at the U.S. Capitol. Then we're going to go get some lunch. Probably at Union Station. At Union Station I could probably find a homeless guy to feed because you guys gave me a lot of donations. I gotta get rid of this money. So the problem is the last couple days of my hikes I haven't really gone to areas where there's a lot of homeless. For example, there's not a lot of homeless here on the National Mall itself. But if I go over to, say, Union Station or up around the White House, it's pretty easy to find someone who's asking for money. Then I can just say, hey, no, but I'll buy you lunch. I don't want to go into a homeless camp and say, hey, does anyone want lunch? Because, frankly, it's just not safe. Some of the homeless have some issues and it's just not safe. So we'll keep doing it on a one-to-one basis. Occasionally, though, I may have to just make a donation to a charity, but we'll keep trying to feed them as long as we can, unless you guys give me too much money. If you give me too much money, I've just got to give it to the charities. Those guys know how to do it better than I do. But I appreciate your kindness, and I think they do too. At least someone cared enough to give them a sandwich, at least one day of the year. Where are we at? This is 4th Street. Now I can't actually go to 0th Street. I can go down to like 2nd, I think. Yeah, 2nd Street. Because that's when the fence kicks in. And the National Guard and all that. Oh, that was the National Gallery of Art. That's the old classical art. That's Renoir, Monet, Manet. And then over here is the modern art. That's guys like Salvador Dali, Matisse, and other funky stuff. And then over there is the Air and Space Museum, the best museum on the mall, though it is under major renovation right now and will be for a couple years. That's the Native American Indian Museum. That's kind of a cool museum too, especially if you're from the West. You recognize a lot of the different artifacts from the various tribes and stuff. Kind of interesting stuff. That was depressing though. I was in, where was I? I was in Zion, all right, National Park, Zion National Park in Utah. Absolutely amazing park, folks. You should definitely check it out. But I go into the gift shop and they've got all this Native American jewelry, you know, and it's all these beautiful, I don't know what they were, these beautiful carvings, these beautiful stones like arrowheads and everything like that. And I grab one and I flip it over and guess what it says? Yeah, made in China. So I look at the package again, it says Native American style jewelry, made in China, sold in our national parks. And I'm like, you have Native Americans all over Utah and Arizona and New Mexico who make this stuff, but yet you sell this cheap Chinese crap in the national park gift shop. Hello? What kind of malfunction is that? I didn't quite understand that one. So what we ended up doing, we ended up driving, we drove from the Grand Canyon, you know, the south rim of the Grand Canyon, drove all the way around the eastern side, and then came back. And I don't know what there's like this desert. It's these mountains, red something, it's just beautiful, just stunning. It's like the kind of place they do like advertisements with a beautiful girl in a Lamborghini. You know, it's just like, you know, stark desert, amazing. And we're driving around, making our way up to Utah to Zion. And then on the side of the road, we see this beat up old Ford F-150. And this woman, she's got like a tray out the back. We pull over, and sure enough, it's an Indian tribe. I think it was a Navajo down there, I think. And she's selling all this jewelry that she made. Just off the back of her truck, in the middle of this isolated desert where nobody is. And I'm like, hell yeah. So my wife and I, we just bought up a whole bunch of her stuff. She was really happy. She's like, oh, I usually am happy to sell 2 or 3 things a day. And I think we bought like 10 or 12. And we ended up giving them out to people in Hong Kong and China. They really thought it was kind of unique and interesting. But it was just the most random thing. Driving along in this desert, not seeing anything, you know, just nothing. And then suddenly this beat up light blue Ford F-150. It was light blue. It looked like, honestly, it looked like she had painted it with a paintbrush. I don't think that was like the Ford metallic green or something like that. I think she just went out into Home Depot, got a gallon of something and painted it. Okay, that was 3rd Street. Now this used to be the fence line. Back when January 7th or so, they put the fence all the way out here. They pulled this fence down, but given what happened, I don't know if they're going to pull down the next one anytime soon. Here's the weird thing. This is not the first time someone has been shot in their car with mental issues at the Capitol. In fact, it's not even the first time someone has been shot at the north entrance to the Capitol. There was another shooting there that's actually on YouTube. This woman kind of lost it. She was driving donuts around this circle. Then she went up there and then she was shot and killed up there. That was about 15 years ago. But no police officer died that time. So we're going to cut over through here. We're actually going to visit this pole for a second. Hang on. This pole has no special meaning except for the fact my back kind of itches right now. Oh, that feels better. Okay. So we just had to rub up against that pole. This guy's gonna let me go. So we got some National Guardies down here. Outside the fence line. Usually they're inside the fence line. But today there's a few over by that tree. That was the sewer. Oh, this tree is really pretty. There's a tour bus. You don't see many buses. That's actually a commuter bus into Maryland. But not like when the Guard was here in force. There were buses everywhere. Now it's a bit quieter. They actually got National Guard guys down here at this booth. This security booth. This is where I was standing with the press gaggle the other day. I don't know how to cross here. I guess I can cross here. So this is First Street and Constitution. First and Constitution. This is where I was set up the other day, on the day of the incident. We'll make our way up the hill. And this is the thing, Capitol Hill is a hill. It's actually, they used to have the soapbox derby races for DC right here on Capitol Hill. Alrighty, up we go. Oops, bunch of kids. Ugh. Capitol Hill is a hill. They actually, sledding is a big deal. When it snows, people come out to Capitol Hill. It's not really a very steep hill. It's just kind of a fun thing to say you did. I slid down Capitol Hill in the snow. This year, unfortunately, no joy. We had a couple good snowstorms that were sled worthy, but they refused to open the fence. Now, when I worked here, I used to be able to go out on the patio, which was just one of the most beautiful views of Washington, D.C., was on the patio of the Capitol. That was closed after 9/11, and after January 6th, I think that will probably never reopen, which is a real shame because it was a truly, truly stunning view of the Capitol. Helicopters still. Yeah, there's an Army one over there.
4 minutes.
It looks like the gate's open today. Kind of has to be, I guess. There's 1 or 2 media trucks up here. I'm almost up the hill. Like I said, it is a hill. It's not pleasant. Now later this week we actually have a museum reopening, the National Building Museum, which is a museum of architecture in an amazing shape building. Is going to reopen on April 9th. So I think I'm going to go. I think we'll stop in there, see what we've been missing. That'll be April 9th. What's that, Friday? Yep, media crew is still here. The gate has reopened. But the flowers have been moved. Oh, the flowers are over here now. I guess that's okay. I don't think my flowers lasted. Oh, maybe they did. Yeah, I think they're there. And I missed the light. I don't think it matters. There's no traffic anyway. I want to cut to Union Station. I guess I gotta go down this way. Thought I could walk on the other side of the street. When this fountain reopens, it'll be really quite pretty. Some amazing views of the Capitol, especially at night. Let's walk over to Union Station. It smells like asphalt. Like the tar and chip, the oil and rock asphalt smell. I don't know, maybe that's a Midwestern thing. When they go out and they spray down the oil and then they cover it with rocks. And then you have to like drive over it for a couple of years before the road becomes solid. And it's really gooey and these little black tar bubbles pop up in the summer months. And here as a kid you walk around poking the little bubbles because there's nothing else to do. That's the kind of smell that those rocks had. I think some of you know what I'm talking about. What do they call those? Tar and feather, feather and chip, stone and chip, something like that. But that's kind of how they make roads where I live. It's kind of like a dirt road. They cover it with oil, then they pour down these little tiny rocks. And over the years, the cars push the rocks into the oil and then it hardens and you have a road. It's not the nicest road, but it works. And in the summer months, the asphalt will make little bubbles. You go around and just pop them. It's so because like where you live out there, like sitting around the road popping tar bubbles is kind of like, that was entertainment. All right, so we're heading over to Union Station now. We'll probably get yelled at for filming again because the security guards over here, that's what they do for entertainment, is yell at people filming inside the train station. Because why not? So I think we're gonna get some lunch. We'll see if we can feed anyone, and then we're gonna head back up to my neighborhood where I have to pick up my kids from school. They had their first full day of school. The whole school is back, not hybrid, not partial, but every kid back in school. So they're seeing some kids for the first time literally in a year. Some of their classmates who are not in the same hybrid cohort, they're seeing again for the first time in the school year. Well, a year. We went out of the school shut down in March of last year. And they've been hybrid for the last semester or so. But now, 100% in attendance. They're getting tested every week. So the kids are pretty pro at getting tested. I think they've been tested about a dozen times already this year. They don't have to get tested if they don't want to, but then they can't go back to school. Oh, we got some the SEC kowtows to Chinese spies. SEC with CCP spy, Chinese investors die. So this guy's got issues with the Security and Exchange Commission, which office is right over here. SEC and CCP equals corruption. The SEC must pay. Probably paid for by some guy who lost a ton of money on Chinese companies. I got the walk light. Oh, there's a whole bunch of these trucks. So there's 2 over here, and then there's 3 more over there. Somebody hates the Communist Party. So there we go. That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for me to come and take a picture of them. I'm serious. Oh, here comes the whole fleet. There's like 3 more of them. I wonder if we can find out who paid for it. No. Doesn't say. Oh, they do have a police car following them. Can we cross the street? Let's cross the street. I'm not sure who's protesting what, but they got 5 trucks. This is the Columbus Fountain for Christopher Columbus. A few years ago, activists poured blood on this, or red paint. Some people have called for it to be removed. I don't think the fountain actually works anymore. Well, at least it's turned off for the winter. A few tents over here. Ooh. Downwind of a tent. Yep, you know what I'm talking about. Alrighty, let's get up. So let's get this battery pack. Let's go inside. So quiet here. In peak transit times, there's people coming in and out. There's life, there's energy. And right now, it's dead. Thank you. What should we eat? There's a bird in here. There's a pigeon flying over that way. So there was a Shake Shack here for hamburgers, but it's closed right now. There is a food court, but I think most of the stuff downstairs is closed. We'll go take a look. Not a lot of trains leaving. I mean, they've got the whole schedule from now until 5 o'clock. That's used to just be a couple hours worth. What do we got down here? Something's open. Aloha Poke Bowls. Food court. We got a Chick-fil-A is open, Chipotle is closed, Poke Bowls are open. If you're in the food court business, I guess it's been rough. Jersey Mike's, I've seen their ads, I've never eaten there. Crepes, Grill, Cajun Grill, they're closed. Charlie's Steaks, Philly Shakes, they're open. Taco Bell. Do Taco Bells ever close? Camp Pizza. Not a lot to eat today, guys. Oh, there's a Wendy's. A mini Wendy's. I think this used to be, what was that? Johnny Rockets. It's gone. So much dead. Dead and empty. Now, there used to be an 8-screen movie cinema back here. And it was crazy. We would come back here for movies. But it closed. All the movie theaters inside big buildings, downtown areas have closed. That even predated COVID. Post office. And the subway. Let's head over to the subway train. Catch a ride back uptown. A fast ride. Jesus. Not an easy opening door. Ah, we just missed a train. Don't know which way. Could have been ours. It was ours. Oh. 5 minutes for the next train. Oh well. Such is life. There's a train coming in the other direction. We're not going to ride that one. There's a long one. It's like 8 cars. Yeah, it's an 8-car train. That's like the limit of the stations. The stations can just fit 8 cars.
Set back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car. This is your red line train. Next stop is
All right, 3 minutes for my next train. There's 3 minutes. And we're just going to wait here for a bit. Ugh. The lights aren't blinking. This is my train, though. Empty cars. 2 empty cars. Sweet. Oh, we can sit up front.
Doors open. Step back to allow customers to exit.
It's always the best fun to sit in the front.
Boarding, please move to the center of the car.
No.
This is a red line train to Shady Road.
Move to the
Next
front.
stop is Judiciary Square.
Oh, it's no fun.
Step back. Doors
Used to be able to look through that. Annoying. I have my own subway car. Mine. Of course, if it was mine, there'd be a rave going on or something cool. Sit in the back. That one's empty too. Like an empty train. Ugh.
Stop is Cleveland Park. 7
And that ends our train ride. Now to go get a bike. Because I'm still about a mile away from where I want to be. So we need a last mile solution. Because the trains aren't everywhere. If I remember, this is a long escalator. Yep. I think we might have to go fast forward. Guess what? There's another escalator. Because one was just not enough. This will be a shorter one though. Slightly shorter. So this escalator is exposed to the elements. It takes a lot more beating than the escalator back there. So it's cheaper to replace a small escalator that's battered to the elements than a giant escalator that goes all the way down. That's why we had that little platform there, was sort of to save some money. Now, let's go find a bike. And I think there's a rack around here somewhere. There's one on the map. It's down here probably. What? Oh, it's over there. There's a bike rack down here, I guess. It says there's 17 bikes available. 1 electric and 17 regular bikes. The electric bike is $1 surcharge. Oh, but they got scooters. Scooters are more fun. But the bike is free. Well, I've already paid for the bike. I have an annual membership for the bikes. So you basically just use them as you want. Okay. She took the electric one. We missed the light. Okay, let's find a bike. To see them. Helicopter somewhere. And away we go. So there's some sort of helicopter over there. Can't make out what type. There's a bike lane over here, which is nice. Until they park in it. Oh, okay, so now we gotta go up this hill. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long uphill because this bike is not a pedal assist. It is, however, switching gears on me. Oh, this will be a workout. Oof. We go up. Come on, Jens. Okay. Memo to self. Next time I have to go uphill, I rent an electric bike. Yeah, I'm never gonna get on the bike at the bottom of the hill and ride home. Should have just stayed on the subway a few more stops. Then I could have gone downhill. Anyway, whew, we are now at the top of the hill. I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'm gonna leave you with this shot of the cathedral. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's hike. We will catch you again very soon. Feel free to subscribe, like, and comment. Bye-bye. Well, this is odd. The whole street is closed, and half the fire department is out here, and police. see what we can do here. Silly people. Come on, go over here. Don't know what happened. Battalion chief. Couple battalion fire chiefs, ambulances, police everywhere. Air unit. That would imply a fire. See, I go all over the city to make a video. I could have just stayed in the neighborhood and did the same thing. Fire. Structure fire, 3621 Newark.
What is it?
3621, must be one of those side houses. There's a big one, fire. Let's see if they called a, yeah.